Hello, this is Biharka. In this video, I'll be demonstrating and comparing the performances of algorithms used to solve the closest pair of points problem. Right now, here I'm using the brute force algorithm and divide and conquer algorithm. As we see here, I imported some of the files which I needed in the project. After that, you can see the brute force algorithm. This is the brute force algorithm, and this is the divide and conquer algorithm, which I used in this project. Afterwards, you can see here I take the inputs range from 100 to 1000 right now. You can see the differences. Right, I'll run the code. 1 minute. Okay. Yeah, let's run the team here. The brute force algorithm per 100, the time it's taken only 0.1 seconds. But when you compare it to see that divide and conquer, it's took 0.00 seconds. You can see the difference. As we have taken, if you see randomly for 100, 200, 300, and 400, it's taking, if you see for 400, it's 2.2, but for the divide and conquer, it's only 0.0. Yeah, it's taking time. 1 minute. Yeah. Yeah, you can see for 902, it's 12 seconds, but for divide and conquer, it's only 0.06. When you compare, it is a low input we have taken right now. But if you see for the bigger number of inputs, then you can see the clear differences. It took hours of differences right now. So for 10,000, for 1,000, you can see 15 seconds the brute force algorithm took, but for it's only 0.0 seconds for the divide and conquer. You can see the big differences. Sorry for this. I have already have the table, so I have stored in the table one. I am storing this data in the CSV file by using the pandas, and you can also see here I am taking the theoretical runtime, empirical runtime, and ratio of these two algorithms. I'll show you clearly. Okay, it's running. All right. Yeah. For algorithm 1 and algorithm 2, the theoretical runtime and empirical runtime, I show you in the graph clarity. It's easy for you to look into. For algorithm 1 and algorithm 2, the empirical runtime, you can see as the input increases, the algorithm 1 runtime is increased. Means brute force algorithm runtime is increased. But as you can see, for the divide and conquer, as the input is increasing, the runtime is also constant, not that much compared to the brute force algorithm. You can see in that. For uh, algorithm 1, empirical runtime and the predicted runtime for algorithm 1, you can see here. We have predicted that it will increase. As we predicted, it increases in the brute force algorithm. But if you can see, for the algorithm to divide and conquer, we predicted it will increase constantly, but it is not that that predicted. We have it's somewhat less than we predicted. So, in the conclusion, I want to tell you that as a result of the small dataset, the brute force method may be acceptable. But for the larger dataset, the divide and conquer approach is exponentially faster and far more practical. So, I think brute force is not that good for the larger. Uh, Divide and conquer rule is the best method, best algorithm to solve for the closest pair points problem. Thank you for watching.